Alrighty guys, good morning. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. So I want to give you guys an idea this morning of how you can prepare for your day trades and, some of the few bigger picture important things you want to keep in mind as you're preparing for a trade. So the example this morning, guys, is we're going to use Netflix and we're looking at what I would call the 200 period moving average play. So quick little recap on Netflix, and it's important to understand the name that you're looking at, what's that stock been doing as of late. So Netflix strong as of late with a slight pullback on Friday, but we got a beautiful bounce off of that 200 period moving average on Friday. And as you can see this morning, guys, we are set to open just above that level again. So nice move for this stock as of late. It makes a strong, really clean breakout above the 200 period moving average. Ultimately pulls back a bit on Friday, right back to the 200 before making a really nice bounce. As you can see, we're going to open just above the 200 period moving average here this morning. So what myself and a few others in the team are looking for is, can that bounce continue here and lead towards, more momentum back to the upside? So looking for a potential move in Netflix today above that 200 period moving average. And when you're looking to day trade something, here's a few important things you want to keep in mind. Most important to me and to a lot of guys and girls in the group is the ATR. ATR is average true range, and that's going to give you the average move that whatever given stock you're looking at has made over the past 2 weeks. So for something like a Netflix right now, it has a current ATR of 7.5 points. So what that means, right, is that any average day right now, based upon how this thing's been moving, it's going to move 7.5 points to the upside, or she's going to move 7.5 points to the downside. Any kind of move to that extent, 6 points, 7 points, that's what we're looking for here. So that's important to know. And what's important to also take a note of is, if we do move to the upside today, where would we be looking for that full ATR move? Based upon where we closed last Friday, a full ATR move of 7.5 points here today would bring us up towards 336. Interestingly enough, 336 is right around this previous level of resistance before we kind of dropped here. So if we do get a nice move today, that's probably where we're looking to take profits, right? So we know how the stock's been moving as of late. We know that if it does make its average move to the upside today, where that's typically going to land. And now as far as looking for this, right? A few other important things, guys. We got a key support level at 326. Obviously, that's the 200 there. Last week's options flow, this is important to take note of as well, was pretty bullish last week. And most importantly, right, you got to ask yourself this question before you take any freaking trade: where am I wrong? So if I'm looking for more momentum to the upside after Friday's bounce on the 200, obviously the whole thought process here and the whole idea of the trade is based upon the fact that we bounced and are holding above the 200 period moving average. So it kind of goes without saying, at any point Netflix drops below the 200, I'm wrong, this whole trade idea is out the window, and we move on to the next opportunity. All right, so we've broken down this setup. We've broken down how the stock's going to move, key levels of support, where I'm wrong. If it does run, where's it likely going to run to? Now here's a few different ways that I'm thinking about trading this. Now I'm an option seller mainly, so I'll typically be looking to sell some puts here. If I do look to sell puts, guys, like in the risk reward right now of selling this Friday's 325 expiration puts. So not a bunch of cushion. Rather, I'm more so just looking for that 200 to really hold here. So selling the puts gives me a little bit more cushion than buying a call. And obviously, I don't need Netflix to actually rally from there on out if I do sell the puts. So I'm already prepared if I do want to make a decision to go the put selling route. I'm going to be looking to sell the 325s there. And if I am enticed, guys, right, if I'm feeling a little frisky, I want to go long, I'll probably be looking to go long this Friday's expiration 335 calls. Why have I picked the 335s? First and foremost, I got a tight stop here underneath the 200, and the move towards 335 is going to be about the average ATR. I can get those calls when they're cheap. While they're a bit out the money, if the stock can just simply make its average move today or tomorrow, those options go in the money, that is generally going to be a pretty handsome return. So this is the kind of preparation, guys, that I go through, the kinds of things we're trying to teach the traders in the Focus Trades group, in the Trader Development group. This is how you prepare for this session. And you should be taking notes like this. Right? And I got my got my morning notebook right there. You should be taking notes like this for any given name you want to trade. This is how you put together a good potential trade idea. Right? Identify the key technical levels. right? Identify how the stock has been trading and moving as of late. Identify that stock's ATR. What would a full ATR move to the upside be today? Vice versa, what would a full ATR move to the downside be today? All these different things, guys, you know the name you're trading, you identify the key levels, you have already told yourself, this is where I'm wrong, this is where I should no longer be in the trade, and you've already gone through the thought process of how exactly with options do you want to take advantage of this potential move. You develop these kinds of habits in 2020, you are going to become a more consistent and more profitable trader. So we'll see how Netflix plays out today, guys. I've been itching to trade all weekend. I'm excited for today's session. Those of you guys in the Focus Trades group, we'll see you in about 20-30 minutes for this morning's live trading session. If you're not in the group yet, link in the description of this video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning.